I need to know if your mom is breathing.
She's dead, miss.
Okay, and what did you do then?
There's blood all over the floor.
I need to know, do you think we can help your mom?
Miss, she's dead.
Those bone-chilling words came from the mouth of a 13-year-old boy, a child who had just stabbed his mother 46 times, while his sister slept just feet away. And every horrifying second was captured on camera. This is the case of Derek Rosa. October 12, 2023, Hialeah, Florida. While most families were settling in for the night, Derek Rosa was planning something unthinkable. He waited for silence. He walked to the kitchen, he grabbed a knife, and he murdered the woman who brought him into this world. But Derek didn't run. He didn't panic. He calmly dialed 911 and confessed without emotion. And when police arrived, the evidence they found would disturb even seasoned officers.
Hands up! Come on, hands up! Come here, come on. Hands up. Get on the ground, get on the ground. Go.
This wasn't a troubled teen. He was an honor student, a violinist, a child described as respectful and intelligent. He had just stabbed his own mother to death in the middle of the night. What drove an honor roll student to commit such unspeakable violence? And how does the justice system treat a child who turns into a killer? It was just before midnight when Derek Rosa made his move. His mother, Irina Garcia, had just placed her infant daughter into a crib beside the bed and laid her down to sleep. A baby monitor was recording quietly nearby, a routine precaution that would become the case's most chilling evidence. When he was certain his mother was asleep, Derek grabbed a large kitchen knife and entered the bedroom. He began stabbing her while she slept. Irina woke up, screamed, and called for help. But Derek didn't stop. He continued stabbing her until he was certain she was dead. The entire attack was captured by the baby monitor. Just feet away, her newborn daughter remained asleep in the crib. When it was over, Derek didn't panic. He didn't attempt to flee. Instead, he calmly grabbed his phone and dialed 911. When officers arrived, Irina's body was found on the floor with dozens of stab wounds, including a deep slash that severed an artery. The murder weapon, a kitchen knife, was found on top of a dresser, covered in blood and hair. The 911 call is one of the most disturbing to be released. Derek's voice was flat, calm, almost polite. "I killed my mom."
What is your address?
I don't know my address.
Are you by yourself with your mom?
Yes, no, my baby sister's here too, she's sleeping.
Okay, where is the knife right now?
I put it on the floor inside of the... Wait, no, where is it? I can't find the knife.
You can find it. Where is your sister?
She's in her crib sleeping. I cannot see her.
How old is your sister?
She's only like a week old.
Okay.
He gave his address, explained that his baby sister was unharmed, and said he would wait for the officers to arrive. While Derek was on the phone with the dispatcher, Irina's phone kept ringing. His stepfather was also calling Derek repeatedly. It's unclear if whether the stepfather could see the apartment through the baby monitor, but those panic calls suggest he knew something wasn't right. When the police arrived at the apartment, Derek didn't hide or resist. He opened the door and stepped outside, where officers immediately grabbed him and brought him to the ground to handcuff him. As they restrained him, Derek calmly said,
"There's a baby."
The officer yelled back,
How's the baby? Did you do anything to the fucking baby?
No, I did not touch the baby.
Investigators reviewed the footage from the baby monitor. What they found was haunting. It showed Irina Garcia holding her baby in bed. Then she laid down and drifted off to sleep, completely unaware of what was coming. The rest was captured on video. The footage has not been publicly released, but those who've seen it describe it as among the most disturbing they've ever encountered. Irina Garcia was murdered just feet away from her newborn child, and that baby slept through the entire ordeal until police arrived. Who was Derek Rosa before the horrific night? By all accounts, he was a model student, honor roll at I Matter Charter Middle School. Teachers described him as quiet, respectful, and well-behaved. No history of violence, no criminal record, no documented mental health issues. Derek lived with his mother Irina, his stepfather, and his newborn half-sister. His biological father, a local police officer, was active in his life and has been publicly supportive of Derek since the arrest. There were no obvious red flags, no signs of abuse or neglect, no indication that this child was capable of such violence. Derek Rosa looked like any other 13-year-old boy until the night he became a killer. In his police interrogation, Derek remained eerily calm. He told detectives that he had waited for his mother to fall asleep. He said he used a big-sized kitchen knife. When asked why he did it, Derek gave a chilling response. "I don't know what I was thinking, it just happened." But what happened after the murder stunned officers even more. Derek took photos of his mother's body and a selfie showing his bloody hand. He then sent those images to an online friend named Sweden with a single word, "goodbye." He said he had known his friend for years. Then, in the same 911 call, Derek told the dispatcher he had retrieved his stepfather's Beretta, loaded it, and intended to take his own life, but he never followed through. After speaking with Sweden, Derek changed his mind. Instead of pulling the trigger, he picked up the phone and called 911. Florida prosecutors didn't hesitate. They decided to charge Derek Rosa as an adult, despite his age. He now faces first-degree murder charges. If convicted, he could spend the rest of his life in prison. His defense team entered a not guilty plea and has requested psychological evaluations. They argue he should be held in a juvenile or medical facility, not adult jail. In court, Derek appears small, barely reaching the top of the courtroom podium. His biological father spoke in his defense. "This is not who my son is. This is not what he would do unless something was terribly wrong." Derek remains behind bars awaiting trial, which is currently scheduled to begin in 2026. The biggest mystery remains: why? Derek has offered no clear motive. No claims of abuse have surfaced. No diagnosed mental illness have been confirmed. Some experts point to his emotionless confession as evidence of psychotic break, but nothing has been officially determined. What we know is this: a seemingly normal child committed an unthinkable act, and the warning signs, if they existed, went completely unnoticed. Derek Rosa's case has reignited national debate about how we treat juvenile offenders. He's only 13. His brain is still developing. Should he be given a second chance through treatment? Or has the nature of his crime removed the possibility of rehabilitation? Irina Garcia is gone. A newborn baby lost her mother, and a family has been shattered. Is justice about punishment or prevention? And when the killer's a child, does that change the answer? The Derek Rosa case forces us to confront a haunting question. What happens when the one we protect becomes the one we fear? Irina Garcia was a mother, a partner, a protector. She had just welcomed the baby into the world. Instead of watching her grow, Irina's life was cut short by her own son. Derek Rosa will live with the consequences forever, whether behind bars or in a treatment facility. His future is sealed by what happened that night. And that baby, now growing up without a mother, will one day have to learn why. The baby monitor footage remains sealed, but for those who have seen it, it will never be forgotten. This case raises impossible questions about justice in childhood. Should Derek Rosa be tried as an adult? Comment adult if you believe the crime demands full consequences. Should he receive treatment or rehabilitation? Comment rehab if you believe in second chances. Your voice matters in this debate about how we handle children who commit unthinkable crimes. Hit like if this story moved you. Subscribe for weekly true crime cases and turn on notification bell because some stories need to be told.